back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing my Croton presidential style gold tone watch. And as I mentioned in the last Croton review, I would get the model number for you from Croton, and they did in fact send it to me. This one has quite a long model number. It's CA301033YLCD. It's a really long, boring designation for this watch, so now you know. So as usual, I'm going to give you some of the history of the watch, the basics, a little bit about how I acquired the watch, and then give you some shots of it and what not to show you. But before we get started on this, let's go ahead and do the customary wrist check. Today I'm wearing my vintage Hamilton quartz in the gold tone with a beautiful, I want to say like a tan face. It's a date complication, and as you can tell, it's very much worn, but I love this. Story behind this watch: I picked it up at a garage sale for 50 cents. It didn't work. Took it to the jeweler. They cleaned it up, put a battery in, and now it's beautiful. But enough of that. We'll talk about that later. So we're going to talk about this, the Croton presidential style watch in the gold tone. As you can tell, this is definitely an homage to the Rolex presidential watch. I don't think Croton actually calls it that. That's what I call it because it's the same style. So some of the basics: 36 millimeters diameter, 12 millimeters thick. I think it's a sapphire crystal. I'm not 100% sure, but it does have a Japanese automatic movement. I don't know which one. I've never known which one. I looked for it online today and I could not find it, so sorry. This does have the date complication with the Cyclops at the 3 o'clock. And like the other one, it has diamonds on the hour markers. Little bitty baby diamonds. Wee little tots, as you can see. That's not why I bought it, but anyway, it does have a signed crown, and this crown is a screw-down crown. The movement, however, I just realized the movement is hackable. So, maybe it's not even wound. It does hand wind, so anyway, it's Japanese movement, and I've had this watch for over a decade. Still runs, still nice and clean, so anyway, it does say it's 100 feet water resistant. I've worn it out in the rain, never had a problem with it. And the price, I paid about $100 for this watch over 10 years ago. Retail price on the box said $350. I probably would never have paid that, but anyway, that's what this was. Now, it is very similar, like I said, to the Rolex Presidential. It has the gold face on it. A little bit of a sunburst. I don't see if you can catch it there in the light. Very pretty little sunburst. It does get a lot of compliments wherever I go. Now, it does have the presidential style band with the proper hidden clasp and the Croton badge right there at the seal. So that's actually one of my favorite parts about this, is that it does have the actual correct clasp. And it does have a screw-in case back there. So no exhibition case. But it is a smaller watch, much smaller than the one that I did my first video on. But that one was meant to be bigger. So I'm going to put it on the wrist real quick and let you guys see it. Now I have a large wrist. I've only taken about 2 links off of this watch. But there you see it on my wrist. It's pretty flat. I've worn this with suits. I've worn this with long sleeve shirts. I've worn it with polos. Never had a problem with it. I like this one to fit a little bit loose on me. But a really, really great looking watch. It stands out. As a matter of fact, I've gotten a lot of compliments from it over the years. And my son, both of my kids love it. My daughter really enjoys it too. She says it's a very shiny watch. So there it is on my wrist. And now, I'm going to talk a little bit about my overall feeling about this watch. And let me just do some cleaning here on it with microfiber. I've owned this watch, like I said, for over a decade, and I still love it. It still gets looks whenever I wear it. It reminds me of when I started collecting watches, when my oldest son was very young, and I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. My best friend always says that it's an old man watch. And I always tell him, well, I'm an old man already, so it kind of fits my personality a lot. The cool thing for me about being a watch collector, and I keep saying this over and over in the videos, is that when you collect watches, you should collect watches that you like, watches that make you happy. If it brings you happiness, that's all that matters. It could be a $50 watch, it could be a $300 watch, it could be a $50,000 watch. If that's what makes you happy and you enjoy wearing it, go for it. I don't see anything wrong with that. Sorry about the jump in the camera there, hit the table. But yeah, this watch, it's just a really nice piece. The gold plating on it is actually really, really good, considering that it's over a decade old. Croton did make a full gold version of this watch, and it sells for $4,000 to $5,000. I've seen it online for that with big diamonds in it. You see the fluted bezel. That's one of my favorite parts about this. So it's a good looking watch. It's a nice watch. And again, not everyone's cup of tea, but definitely mine. I want to use the phrase at least once in my videos. I think it's a cracking watch. I don't know why I said that, but everybody else says it. Anyway, there you have it. The Croton Presidential Style Watch, model number CA301003YLCD, as they call it. I'll put some pictures at the end of this video so you can see it in all its glory. And as usual, if you liked the video, give it a like. Remember to subscribe. Share it with your friends. Let them know that there's a new watch reviewer on YouTube who's trying to, let his watch collection be shown. And I will be doing other watches as well. I know that we can't get enough of the Seikos out there, so we've got to get some of those. But I said I'd start with my own personal collection, give you guys a little bit different taste of what's out there. So thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.